Is it wise to spend money you don't have to buy things that may not be essential for you? Ancient sage Saadi tells a story about a group of devout Sufis who lived modestly in a small village. Though committed to a life of simplicity, they occasionally yearned for comforts beyond their means. One day, they approached a grocer in the marketplace, requesting to purchase provisions on credit. The grocer, known for his strict dealings, agreed, but expected prompt repayment. Days turned into weeks, and the Sufis struggled to gather the funds to settle their debt. Each morning, the grocer confronted them, his words sharp and filled with frustration. He reminded them of their obligation, leaving them no room to explain. The Sufis could only listen in humbled silence, bearing the weight of his reprimands. A wise man passing through the village observed this daily exchange. Noticing the humiliation on the Sufis' faces and the grocer's growing impatience, he felt compelled to intervene. They confessed their inability to repay the debt and expressed their shame over the constant scolding they received. The wise man reflected on their predicament and offered gentle counsel. He suggested that just as they endured the grocer's harsh demands without protest, they might apply the same restraint to their own desires. By exercising self-control and resisting the temptations that led them into debt, they could avoid such humiliation altogether. He emphasized that true freedom comes from mastering one's own wants. The Sufis contemplated his words deeply. They realized that their suffering was a consequence not just of their poverty, but of their inability to control their cravings. Determined to change, they resolved to live within their means and resist unnecessary desires. They focused on fulfilling their essential needs and let go of yearnings that only led to hardship. In time, they worked diligently to repay the grocer. The grocer, observing their changed demeanor and commitment, began to soften. His daily confrontations ceased, replaced by a quiet respect. The Sufis found that by silencing their own egos, they had also silenced the external pressures weighing upon them. They experienced a newfound sense of dignity and peace. The humiliation that once overshadowed their days was replaced with self-respect and contentment. In the end, they understood the profound lesson the wise man had imparted. True liberation from the chains of desire came not from acquiring more, but from needing less. So, why do we often spend money we don't have, chasing desires that leave us unfulfilled? Perhaps the key lies in self-control, for mastering our desires leads to true freedom.